All right, folks, we're going to try and do something a little different today. Obviously, that back there, this is my first time actually really attempting to do it. There's a little glitchy stuff over here. I think that's because the green screen that I'm using isn't really that green. It's more dark. It's more of a darker green. I think that's what the case is. But oh well, we'll just have to deal with it like it is. This is fun. All right. Today's subject is going to be 15 weird laws that Filipinos still have to deal with. 15 weird laws that people in the Philippines still have to deal with. I'm not going to go through all 15 because that's going to take a long time, and nobody wants to look at this mug for 25 minutes or so. So, all right, let's go ahead and, other people say dive right in, so I just said it. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. This says 15, so we'll start there. Marriage extinguishes criminal liability of rape. Now, without reading it word for word, what that means is it's kind of messed up. I don't know if they're ever going to change that law. If a lady gets raped in the Philippines, if she marries her rapist, you don't go to jail. It just kind of gets rid of it. Doesn't make much sense to me. I don't know what kind of people with what kind of mentality would ever think about even doing that, but that law does exist. I wonder if that applies to a foreigner in the Philippines. That's a question that I asked myself. I don't have an answer to that one. First thing I thought was like, what if it's a foreigner? I don't know. So yeah, if a lady gets raped in the Philippines and the family decides that they got to get married, the man is no longer a rapist. All right, let's move on. This one's kind of silly. Adults 21, from the ages of 21 to 25 years old, still need advice from their parents before getting married. So they need to consult with their parents before they get married. I read up a little bit on this, and it's kind of weird. 21 to 25 years old, you think 18 and up, you'd be able to make your own decisions. I believe from what I'm gathering is that if they don't consult their parents, they got to wait a certain amount of time. I think it's like 3 months. I could be wrong. If anybody knows anything about this, who's watching this, all 52 of my wonderful subscribers, someone let me know. Nobody comments on my stuff anyway. I don't care. This is still fun. So yeah, you got to consult with your parents before, you got to get their blessings before you get married. Don't really work like that here in the United States. I'm sure in certain cultures in the United States that they do that. I mean, certain cultures, like I know the certain Indian cultures, their parents choose their wives for them. That's weird, but we're not talking about Middle Eastern countries. We're talking about Philippines. Let's move on. Let's see here. Oh, this is a good one. I knew about this one. An election tie, like if there's a tie in an election, seldomly happens. If there's a tie in an election, it will have to be broken by drawing of lots, which means flip of a coin. So there's a tie. They flip a coin, heads or tails, and whoever wins that one, they're elected. Don't make no sense to me, but that's how it is. All right, I'm gonna learn not to be touching my face in further green screen videos. Okay, let's move on. This is a good one. You could still get jailed for offending religious feelings. So I'm sure this applies for foreigners and Filipinos. So let's say if I tell some lady that's walking out of a Catholic church that yeah, your religion's wrong, and she gets butthurt about it. Which I would never say that. Karina's Catholic. I'm Christian. And I would never slam anybody's religion unless they're a Satanist. And then again, I wouldn't give them the time of day to do it to their face. Anyways, yeah, you can go to jail for hurting someone's feelings about their religion. That's weird. I only learned about that one very recently. Let's move on. Oh, here's one. Widows must observe 301 days, not 300, 301 days before marrying again. So that's pretty self-explanatory. If you meet a woman out there, Filipino, and she says she's a widow, you gotta make sure that, you know, her husband's been deceased for not 300, but 301 days. I wonder if that works the other way around. Let's say it's a widower, a man whose wife passed away. I wonder if that doesn't really say that in here. I'll have to look into that further, and I probably won't be getting back to you guys on this one. But yeah, 301 day rule. You gotta wait 301 days before you can remarry. Trip out on that. Okay. Oh, this is a funny one. You cannot own a deadly pana, P-A-N-A. What that is, it's a bow and arrow. Okay. You can't just, like out here in the United States, you can own archery, you know, bow and arrow. Out there, you can't legally own one unless you get a special permit from like the mayor or the barangay or whatever authoritative source can give you a permit, because it is a deadly weapon. But you can't, you know, if you expect to go there and shoot bows and arrows in the province or in the woods or in the jungle, you can't do that unless you got permission and a permit. But then again, out there, you can, not to get off the subject, you could fish out there without a license. Out here, you gotta have a fishing license or you get heavily fined in some places. There's a funny one about that fishing one, then we'll get back onto this Filipino laws list. In the state of New Hampshire and Maine, in the state of New Hampshire, you get a ticket. In the state of Maine, they put you in jail and you have to bail yourself out for $40. I'm about 95% sure that that's true. And it's funny because from Somersworth, New Hampshire to Berwick, Maine, there's a small bridge that's crossed. It's a busy bridge, but right in the middle of the bridge is the New Hampshire-Maine state line. So that was kind of a funny topic of conversation when I was up there with, you know, talking with friends and stuff like that. Oops, table shook. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, you can't have a bow and arrow in the Philippines unless you got a permit. I wonder if I'm sure that applies for guns too. But we're not talking about guns. We're talking about bow and arrows. Let's move on. Oh, this is a good one. Your family members and in-laws who commit theft, swindling, and malicious mischief against you are not criminally liable. So let's just say that I moved to the Philippines permanently with Karina. And that potentially could happen, and it probably will. Who knows? Anyways, let's just say I'm there, I live there, and this would never happen because Karina's family is pretty stand-up. But let's just say her sister comes in the house and takes my television or takes my laptop or, you know, whatever, takes something of value. They're not criminally liable for it. They can do whatever they want. I don't like that. I mean, I don't feel at risk if I were there and that would have happened. I mean, that would not happen. But yeah, they can rip you off. And there's nothing you can do about it. Weird. Next. Let's see here. Squatting is not a crime. So out here in the United States, they're not going to put you in jail over it, but it's illegal they could do it on the streets, you know, and then they'll just get moved quickly, unless you're in Venice Beach or Skid Row or something like that. But out there, let's say somebody has some land. Yeah, people can squat in there. Yeah, they'll come out and remove the stuff, but you know, if it gets out of control, or you know, if need be, you know, the city will come out, or the city, I don't know if it's called barangay, whoever the authorities will come out there and they'll clean your property from the squatters. But squatting is not a crime in the Philippines. I wonder if that works if they're going to squat in somebody's house. Everyone's seen TV shows about that out here, squatters, you know, and vacant properties, and next thing you know, they're getting mail there, and they get a utility in their name, and it's a bitch to get them out. Messed up stuff. But yeah, squatting in the Philippines is not a crime. This is turning into a long video. We're not going to read that one. Immigration laws are ridiculously ancient. This is a quick one. Pretty much, we're not going to get into Section 29A, whatever, anything like that. You can't go there if, you know, if you have a dangerous, contagious disease, you can't live there. Or if you have mental epilepsy, you can't live there. Let's see, vagrants, beggars. So if you're a bum and you get a plane ticket and you go out there, I don't know if anybody would in their right mind would even do that, but if you're a homeless, you know, vagrant, yeah, you can't move there under certain conditions like that, you know, health conditions, like if you have a STD or something like that. I don't know how they would know that or not. That's a weird one. Or if you practice or believe in polygamy, not monogamy, polygamy, like in the state of Utah. Yeah, if you're a polygamist, yeah, you can't go out there and legally have 2 wives. If you're single, you could probably have a threesome, but that's not my jam. Anyways, let's move on. Adultery. Women get charged with adultery. Okay, there's adultery out here. Men get charged with concubinage. Concubine, like let's say, you know, husband's cheating on his wife, and the lady he's cheating on her with, he pays for her condo or her house. Yeah, he gets charged with concubining. Woman gets charged with just adultery. And her punishment, I'm not sure what the men's punishment is. I'll read into it. Yeah, if he keeps a mistress in a dwelling, if he's screwing her, yeah, of course. But yeah, the woman gets charged with adultery, and her punishment by law is being banished from wherever she's at. Meaning, let's say if you're in a Silong, Cavite, and this shit goes down. Oh, I said a bad word. And that goes down. Yeah, you gotta leave Cavite. You gotta leave Silong, and you have to go somewhere else, because you ain't welcome no more. Let's move on. This is a stupid one. Annoying people can get charged for just merely being annoying. You know, so let's say your next door neighbor's an irate drunk. I drink. I get drunk sometimes. And I'm sure I can be annoying. But yeah, let's just say your neighbor is an obnoxious, person, whether they're drunk or not. Just say they're just annoying. They can be charged with just being annoying. I'm not sure what the consequences are. It doesn't really say here. It really doesn't say it all here. Oh, okay. Punishment by arrest or fine ranging from 5 pesos to 200 pesos. That's not a lot of money. Wow. Okay. 5 peso fine. Okay. Stupid law. Whatever. I wonder if I had a bird. If I had a bird out there and my bird's squawking, I wonder if I would get charged for being annoying, or if my bird would get charged. Now my bird wouldn't have any pesos because he wouldn't have pockets to put his shillings in. All right, let's move on. That was stupid. This is a known one. The state will do its darndest to get a couple to stay together, to stay married. So pretty much there's no divorce. There's no divorce in the Philippines. As far as I know. In fact, no, people don't get divorced out there. It just isn't a thing. I'm sure in certain cases it might be, but cheers. Yeah, no divorces in the Philippines. It's a law. They'll do their best to make sure it doesn't happen. I don't know, read that one. Okay, last one. Put on your seatbelt. You can legally kill people in the Philippines. So that means if a husband, I keep kicking that table, so professional. If a husband catches his wife cheating, or the other way around, he can kill them both. And I'm pretty sure that works the other way around. Let's get into this real quick, and then this is the last one. Likewise, article applies to parent. Oh, and also that applies to parents. Let's say if I have a daughter out there and she's under the age of 18 and still lives at home, and someone's messing around with her, and this person is what, 25, 20, 19, 18, or not 18, whatever, over 18. I can kill him. He can kill him. You can kill him. I would never kill anybody though, unless I absolutely had to. But yeah, anyways, yep, you can legally kill somebody in the Philippines. So that about wraps it up for this one. It wasn't supposed to be long, but it ended up being long, so it is what it is. So yeah, again, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, you did. If you don't, you didn't, you don't. Whatever. Hit the like button. Helps stroke the algorithm. Or hit the unlike button. I don't care. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day or evening. Until next time, see you.